Hey everybody, welcome back. I gotta be honest, I recorded those videos of the weekly. Since those videos came out, I did a stream of the weekly and I did horrible. Maybe a broken hand. Maybe it's a Twitch YouTube thing. Maybe on Twitch I'm terrible. And when I'm paying a little bit closer attention and I'm lost in my own thoughts, I'm goated with the sauce, maybe? It's been suggested by nobody ever, but still. Hey, how about one of these real quick? Remember, there are no such things as good foods. There is no secret cow level. Give me one of these. We got... It's a weird build right here. Here's my strat for the weekly so far, okay? I think there's one weirdo synergy. Like one semi-reliable pseudo-weirdo synergy. You take bears and rats and aardvarks. If you get all of those... let him ride. You can get some free wins. Otherwise, I think get a level 3 unit. Pray you get a bison. Otherwise, live till turn 5 and get good scalers. Otherwise, embrace death. I actually also... I forgot one. I think wide capybara can kind of go off. Roll once. I'll buy a better otter, I suppose. That's fine by me, quite frankly. And you know what? A little 6'7" for you. I'll throw a 6'2" pig out there. And to be honest, I would probably sell a 2-2 fish to put a second 6'2" pig out there. I feel like if we can get multiple capybaras, we can get up to something. But I will say, speaking frankly, permission to speak freely, sir. Or ma'am. I don't think that this weekly has the same POG quotient. I would love to lie to you and tell you that I think it does. I don't think it has the same POG quotient as some of our recent weeklies, okay? Give me 2 6-2s, stay frozen so we get another level. But hey, the other thing is, maybe it's our opportunity to change that. And you know what? Buff me. We'll get a super tanky pig to help out the other pigs if they're not going to level this turn anyway. Yes, 4-5, super tanky. It's like the tankiest pig I've ever seen. Well, this should allow us to get like an 8-7 or something, right? It's the strongest unit I've ever seen. I've also heard tell that that a clownfish can go hard this week. But I've yet to see it work in action myself. Go ahead. 8-6. Now, I think if we could find a way to scale a hippo could go off. I lose to a lot of hippos. I would buy a hippo, and we could always buff it just by getting rolling into another one and then buying it with a capybara. And then I mean, I know this looks a little strange, but I'm trying to get a pig or a beetle to level 3 just in case a bison shows up, because I think it's one of the only reliable ways to not get, like, your teeth kicked in. So hopefully, hippo's going off. We're riding pretty good momentum here. I'm pleased with that. A second capybara. I think 2 capybaras is pretty sick. I think this is nice. Roll me. We could get some... I mean, a 7-5 toad is kind of sick. I would freeze you for a moment. Another capybara. I don't really know how to play this one. But I'm kind of feeling like wide capybara can continue to go off. Like, I think I could sell the 6-7 for a bunch of gold. Get a 6-7 capybara, so that's like a net neutral change. Freeze me, roll me? Roll me? It's a little late for those aardvarks. I mean, okay, so I think we need space. So I guess what we're hoping for... We probably should have taken a toad there, to be honest. No kidding. I know you're going to say no kidding. And you're right. That's the thing that burns me up the most, is that you're right and I knew it. But if we could get like a sweet unit on a roll first... Like, okay, you're a level 3. And then roll. Better hippo, okay. And then combine 2 of them. Add your hippo to the other hippo. Take a 7-5 toad. God, it would be so sweet to not lose this round. I think I've misplayed these capybaras. There's a high degree of, well, maybe difficulty is not the right word. Hold on. We weren't quite popping as much as I thought we were popping. Can we weaken a unit, please? Oh my god, you're so much stronger than I thought you would be. Please. Okay, the stronger team. It's a stronger team than I expected. We needed that garlic on the hippo ASAP. This is where we go for broke. Don't really care for this. Don't really care for 2 toads. Would take a dolphin or a bison. An 8-6 bison is coming out a little pre-scaled. And then if we get lucky, we can just purchase some foods, maybe an extra hippo. You know, the capybara enables pivots off of something, if we're ever able to pivot off of, like, our pig, because we got another unit to tier 3. Nice garlic, just kidding. Hold on, we're still pogging. Oh, that was some closely matched units there. But we're scaling okay now. Just remember to continuously buy foods. Oh, dude, you gotta go moose, though. Level 2 toad's important. Bison's important. I think you can freeze a moose. We're gonna sell a capybara. It's the only unit it makes sense to sell. But we're not gonna do it this turn. Keep your 5s and 6s frozen. We're gonna wanna freeze them anyway. Dude, I don't know, even more than a moose, I'm looking at this. Like, that moose can go off. Call me crazy if you want. I just find a seal more fun. Plus, it comes out as a 7/10 because of the capybara bonus. It's a little better than the moose in the stat department, but... Caterpillar's not that strong. I'm not crying yet. I'm not crying. I'm not crapping myself. I'm crapping myself. I'm crapping myself. I think, honestly, that all comes... That is a terrible performance. But I think it comes down to not running the capybaras the way we should have. But I'm okay. Like, that time, I'm not that mad. Because the shop, I think, actually gave us a reasonable chance, okay? That's not... Let me be a proper pet. You can just call me Pee-Pee for short. Demonetized. How could YouTube do this to me? We win these. I think I would love to try wide capybara build again. We just have to not do it in a stupid way. Which is easier said than done. I would say combine and just take a beaver. Like, we don't really get anything by keeping the beetles separated. The beaver is 2 HP on cell. Soul Red with the anti-pig technology. See, it doesn't always fizzle. It doesn't always fizzle. And we got 2 wins in the early game. That's bullish. That's very bullish. We got a level. We got a toad. These are all pretty positive. These are pretty good for business, honestly. Give me a toad. Sell a beaver. Don't hit both ants. That's even better. That's better than I could have asked for. Now check this out. We're probably keeping an ant for a minute. Why don't we just add a chinchilla just to be part of the squad? And then you're probably never going to get garlic. Let's just give you some meats for now. I'm not buffing a horse. This team can still go off. And the toad could easily overwrite meat. If they had it. They don't. So that seems bad for me, but actually is good that they don't have meat in the first place. Okay, we win these. We got a lot of positive momentum. If we could find a way... I would love to get you to level... I'm going to freeze these, by the way, just in case we see a good unit show up. It's the only, like, worthwhile food right now. I would love to get you to level 3. I do think a bat could go off, but I also think fishing for an ant or a beetle or 2 ants would be fine. I'm going to sell you... No. No. Don't sell for a roll yet. This team's still... It might draw or lose this round, but it's good enough to go off in a bit. That's unfortunate. No, it's still good. It's still good. Still good. Still good. We draw. 3 wins in 4 rounds. Still happy. I don't respect any of these units, but don't respect the caterpillar. Add another ant. Temporarily freeze this as a just in case. There are salads now as well. Check this out. Freeze me, sell me, spawn me, roll me. And now, next round, we can get a slightly better capybara out there at a 2-7. Plus, I mean, don't forget the fact that we got a temporary 2-2 buff. That's not amazing, but it, you know, it could be worse. Kangaroos are pretty good this weekly. They're good enough to beat me. Especially at level 2. I gotta put some more respect on the kangaroo this week. Sell me? No. Combine me? Buy me. We're falling off a little bit. Garlic's going to be good on somebody. We don't know who yet. Won't be any of you, but ooh, you're going to be... You know what? Sell me. Place me. Roll me. I know you're screaming at me to take the tamarind. Keep yelling. Because I don't buy it, man. And I kind of like... And it's not working for us, just to be clear. But I kind of like having the toad a little further back. Or, sorry, the ladybug a little bit further back. Because I'm hoping that its meat won't get overridden by a level 1 toad if it's that far back. It could make a difference. Okay. I mean, you know what we said. We kind of want a kangaroo. But we don't want it so unfortunate. Just had to hit the beetle. We want it off a reroll. I'll take 2 capybaras. I know. It's getting a little sicko mode. I don't know if this is the right way to play it. We tried the hippo. It didn't work. We do have a level 3 coming, though. A level 3 enables a bison. We've got enough HP to give a bison a chance to pop. Is it a little boring? Yes. Are we playing against the same team we just played against? No, we're playing against the same team that we are. I'll take my draw. It seems like that was pretty deserved. Level me. No bison? You could build a shark team. Okay, you could build a shark team. I'd love to get it off the reroll, though. Do you say goodbye to a toad to get your shark to pop? No. Do you say goodbye to a ladybug? No. Do you say goodbye to an ant? I don't think so. So I guess you just combine your capybaras, add this, and then we reroll just to see if we get one more buff that we care about, and we don't. So we should be taking units that spawn other units. Even though it means we'll... Did I do that? That's bad. We can't beat this team. You know what? I gotta put some respect on the dolphin in this. The dolphin's been sniping some solid units too. Okay, we're on round 5. You have to take a moose. I say, I know you just died, but we gotta... Okay, fine. All right, I'll do this. Freeze both foxes. Make a super ant. Tier 4s, I'll save. Then the moose is getting the buff. We love to see that. Don't freeze a tier 2. We got a 4 and a 3. I'm a simple man. I would freeze both of those. I'm not going to freeze a 3. I'm not going to... I should have frozen the 3. I should have frozen the 3. Either way, unfreeze your 4s for now. A lot of people will tell you it's not worth getting the moose to give a 1/1 buff to an ant. I would say that you're correct in that assessment. I would say you pretty much got it all figured out. What's it like to be the world's smartest individual? I deserve that. I did it to myself. A 4/4 buff probably would have made the difference. But I'm not dead. I'm not dead yet. Yes. Yes, okay. What because I want to get the capybara bonus. Because the thing is, like, a gorilla getting buffed by the moose would be better, but I don't think we can afford the pivot. But we can keep you frozen for a second. Remember, there's no good food, so I don't mind this. Okay, freeze me, roll me. I don't mind freezing a food. Okay, it's horrible, it's horrendous. They're tier 1s, they're tier 5s. Okay, they're tier 5s. You know what? You've served your purpose, and I appreciate that. I'll never forget it. The capybara was only a tier 1. It's all right. I'm feeling very bullish on this one. Not so much anymore. Yeah. That was just a really... Oh, I paused it too just to see my oblivion. That was horrible. Not really the capybara's fault. Okay? We're going to get back in the saddle. Just think before you make every decision, or the big decisions at least. Will be the small parts. Haven't exactly had the greatest thought process and execution in Super Auto Pets today. Krusty Jugglers, great name. Thanks for the dub. I need them. I can only get them in the early game when my shops give me good stuff early. I'd roll. I would take, but I'd also look for a level. Okay, I respect and appreciate you. Forget that otter for now then. We're going to be like 3-squadded next round. But as long as it's 3 of the squads I like, who says no? I'm not even sweating that. Early game wins don't matter unless I get them. Okay, one of these, one of these. Sheep gets destroyed by aardvarks, and aardvarks are everywhere. I'm going to pass. That's a meta pass. Sounds good to me, brother. For the time being, I'm going to take a Raccoon in the hopes that the Raccoon maybe could steal meat. I don't really like the Raccoon, but it is a satisfying unit. I mean, when the soul reads go right, it feels nice. I don't feel that bad about this squad right now. You think so? When it works out like that, it's hard to argue with. I really don't think the Dodo's that good, even though it did work kind of okay for me last time. I guess we're taking 2 Raccoons for now. Just storing them in the hopes of getting a level up later. I'm rolling, man. We need a pill, thank you. We need a unit. You know what I'm realizing? We can't roll, okay? I'm using too many rolls in the early game. Maybe in the early game, it's worth recognizing that in this weekly, there's no good units. We got so lucky to not lose that. If there's no good units, you might as well buy anything that gives you a chance in the future. Like, for example, and I'll just start here. We'll also take a clownfish, even though it's a rarity for me. And then we'll do this. That's fine. We might have some levels incoming. There's one. Thank you so much. Maybe you move up. Maybe you take here. Maybe you take, I don't know. Maybe you take here. Maybe you steal some honey and win us the game. I don't know. Probably you need some garlic. Don't, like, until round 7, I don't think I should be re-rolling as much as I am. But that's kind of just always true for me to begin with. I always have rolled more than I should have in basically every context and situation. Even maybe we should just be yeeting our money into purchasing, let's get the order right here. Bad foods. Even bad foods might have some applicability. I'm not going to freeze and then, no. We'll roll once anyway. An otter's about to level up and get a reasonable stat bonus. Okay, I'm not that against that. As long as we're not on lethal, please. Please just steal some garlic. If the Raccoon steals some, if it lives to steal honey, it's not going to live to steal honey. All I want is a chance, man. No, not like this. You're a level 3? Oh my god. It's all because I spent way too much money rolling for no reason in the early game. I acknowledge that now. One good favor deserves another. Okay, you're not going to go off. You might stand a chance to go off. I'm going to freeze you for a second because I don't know how to fit you onto the team. The anteater, it gets eaten alive by too many meta units right now. Okay, you got to fit, and I'm just hoping that this spot ends up being half decent. And I'm hoping we can buff our way out of mediocrity here, but I don't know if I see that happening. I see nobody's buying any equipment. I missed the memo. Equipment's gone out of style. Hold on, there's a chance. This one, there's a chance on this. No, the math. Okay, we draw. Raccoon's useless. Nobody purchases any equipment in this game. Why am I buying one then? Forget that. Stay at level 2. You stink. I hate you. I'm not going to give you meat, obviously. Maybe I should have given a Rhino a pineapple, but we got to make sure it can get a kill, too. I'm floundering out here. Hold on. A genuine victory? 2 wins. It's not all lost. More pairs, please. Okay, something's got to go. It might as well be the otter. Feed food to your Rhino. I'm hoping that this clownfish still has, like, a reason to be here. I'm thinking you definitely take a monkey and then you run frontline Rhino. I hate to do this because I obviously just bought the meat, but I think that that's a better long-term solution for us. And then we kind of, I mean, this is not unusual. We kind of got to pray that we don't eat it this round on the pivot. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's still not that bad. It's completely fine. Okay, and now we're hoping we can get the acceleration out of the pit of mediocrity. Maybe you could sell a clownfish and then you run a moose in front of the Rhino too. I don't think it's that bad. Even though the Rhino is close to leveling up, it would have gotten a reasonable buff. Roll me. We got to save 4s and 3s here, I think. I don't think it's worth rolling this. I think you take your 2/2 buff, and then you take your 3/3 buff, and you freeze only your tier 5, we're going to be buffing the moose with the monkey. But I think there's worse problems to have. Because the buff from the moose is better, and the moose is still... I mean, if the moose could 1-for-1, we would consider that to be very nice. I'm very upset by literally the greatest bat that's ever existed in video game history. But at least we had a slight recovery there. It wasn't complete mediocrity. But I feel like we got one more, and this is the test of our philosophy. So instead of wasting our lives rolling, we got to buy equipment. And I'll be a confused fanboy. They're like, oh, why is NL losing so much? Is this a bit? It's not a bit, okay? We're playing against people who are also trying their best. And this is like a day after the weekly came out, so they've been crawling all over r/super auto pets and tempo storm and icy veins, figuring out all the top strategies. So instead of wasting money rolling for units that don't exist, because every unit in the pack is kind of horrible right now, what we should be doing is spending money buying equipment that allows us to make our team not as strong as we would like to make it, but as strong as is possible. Because even though the equipment's bad, we're searching the shop frantically for items that don't exist, which is very bad form because it's stupid. I'll chalk this down as the worst weekly they've ever done. If the strat that's dominant ends up being buy a bunch of temporary foods, or like cupcakes and cookies early, because I don't support eating that level of junk food. So we can actually scale you a little faster because of the change to you, but I'm not sure still that I see this as being really any good. So buy a unit with some stats, give it some more stats, and then just focus on these buffs while you... Spend to win early. We play to win the game. Hold on. Still pogging? Definitely still pogging. We're not running horse cricket build long term, but I think. But I'm happy to run it as long as it's producing some results. Now, you just don't make any sense. I would definitely give you a meat bone. Trying to use the name they like to use. I would add a unit that's half decent. Why would, I understand his anti-horse synergy. In that case, sell an otter. Run a bat because it could get good for us. Give a bat some honey. Maybe it'll win us a round. And then freeze a well, no, we'd rather roll for cupcakes for next round. Still, there's nothing to pill here. We lose badly against an aardvark. We lose badly against an iguana as well. Probably. Oh, it's only a level 1? We might just lose normally against an iguana in that case. It's a good iguana. You can't be mad. Morgan Treeman. We got Soul Red. Oftentimes the iguana fizzles. You can't really be mad when it doesn't. Don't really care for the horse going long term. Care for this. Don't roll too much. I mean, I actually thought the clownfish did some kind of good work for us last time. And then I still think you buy cupcakes. I mean, we're on tier 3 units. There's nothing we're looking for. We'd like to see maybe an aardvark if our rat hits level 2, and maybe we can build around that for a bit. But apart from that, it's not like the cavalry is not coming. There's no unit we can roll for that's going to save our game right now, I think. We just got to... I don't believe it. We just got to embrace... using our money to its maximum efficiency, I think. So honestly, I'll give you a cookie. A toad is just a really good unit. Have we reached the point where we're done with the horse and thus all these bees are kind of useless? I would say yeah. I would say we have. I would say the toad just supersedes it and then roll once. Bat's going to level up and get a nice little buff from the clownfish. I understand the bat and the toad are not necessarily... They're a little anti-synergistic. But hold on. Oh, no, they have an aardvark. Oh, no, no, no. The totem. Totem! Hold on, we can draw. That's a draw. Against a team that is designed to do well against ours, I'll take a draw. This seems like a good opportunity to start some scaling. Now, I think this bat matters more than the cricket. The rat actually is like our only unit that can kill anything. So let's take a seal. And now it's a lot easier to justify buying foods because we can actually generate permanent buffs off of temporary foods. We have 8 life left. God willing, holy cow, it's a strong team. Maybe it's not that strong now that I look at it. God willing, you'll give us, well, it's stronger than mine. You'll give us some more seals and some food that we can use, and we're forget this. We're not taking a hippo. We're going as all in as possible within reason on this seal. I would roll one more time. I just want to see what our options are going to look like. Sure. I don't know about this, but like none of our units are close to leveling except for the clownfish, but I'm happy with a grape on our seal. Oh no. No, not like this, man. Live, survive. You weakened me too. You got that. It's a dream squad. We need our own snipers. We don't have the kind of money for that though. Okay, give me one of these. Give me one of these. If we have to take a cookie, we take a cookie. But actually, but you're so much better on... I'm sorry. I shouldn't have bought you last time. It's my fault. I shouldn't have bought you last time. I'm going to sell you. I like that. I'm going to add a sniper to the squad. I guess I am going to freeze a cookie. It's a targeted food that doesn't overwrite grapes. I don't think the squad is all that right now. I think this has been a great humbling. Holy cow. All of my equipment is being overridden every round. I'm miserable. I hate this. I don't know what to say. You're going to destroy me here unless. Nope, there it goes. Okay. Well, this was a disaster. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal, and I'll see you next time. See ya.